Welcome to PoppinGossip. This just in, the remains of a female vampire had been uncovered by archaeologists at a 17th century graveyard in PN, Poland. Professor Dariusz Polinsky and a team of researchers from Nicholas Copernicus University were conducting the dig when they discovered the skeletal remains of the woman who had been pinned to the ground with the sickle across her throat. The popular farming tool was commonly used by superstitious Poles in the 1600s to try and restrain a deceased person thought to be a vampire so that they would be unable to return from the dead. Professor Dariusz Polinsky, who headed the team, said that this example of anti-witchcraft practice was unusual. He stated, "The sickle was not laid flat but placed on the neck in such a way that if the deceased had tried to get up, the head would have been cut off or injured." Polinsky told the professor and also noted that the dead woman had a padlock wrapped around her toe, further strengthening the theory that she was considered a vampire at the time of her death. Polinsky claimed the lock would have been used during the burial process to symbolize the impossibility of returning, unquote. The researchers did not disclose the presumed age of the deceased but said a silk cap was found on her skull, indicating that she was of high social status. According to Smithsonian Magazine, residents across Eastern Europe initially became fearful of vampires in the 11th century, believing that some people who died, unquote, would claw their way out of the grave as blood-sucking monsters that terrorized the living. By the 17th century, unusual burial practices became common across Poland in response to a reported outbreak of vampires, Science Alert reported. There is still no scholarly consensus around how people came to be classified as vampires, but they were often violently executed across various parts of the continent, according to Polinsky. What are your thoughts? Comment your thoughts in the section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to PoppinGossip for the latest news and updates.